Jurassic Park. Now playing the theater.
Ecto goggles with Ecto Bomber, neutron blaster, and water zapper, each sold separately.
From the corner penthouse of Spook Central all the way to Star Killer Base, this is Yes Have Some Podcast.
Do I? Yes, have some. Yes, have some.
You know, they told me you people were conceited douchebags.
The only place in the multiverse where you can love the book, hate the movie, but still buy all the toys.
I'm afraid you're just too darn loud.
I'm not looking for a friend. I'm looking for a Jedi Master.
A what?
Please remember to hold on to your butts and get ready to get stressed. With your hosts, Craig Goldberg, Abigail Gardner, and Jacob Walsh.
I just got out of Jurassic Park, and as soon as I step out of the theater, this other guy, there were only 4 other people in the theater, and we step out, and this guy immediately starts talking to me, and he's like, he goes, now I can say that I've seen Jurassic Park in the theater as many times as I've seen Ready Player One in theaters, and that number is 8. I saw it 7 when it was first released back when the movie theater was over by the mall, and this was my 8th time.
Jake, was it the guy that approached me about my pins at
Probably
Universal Studios and corrected me on the fact that they were
it was
buttons or what?
probably, but I was like, Ready Player One?
Yeah,
8 times? Holy crap.
Yeah. Get him on the podcast. He sounds like your new friend.
I thought about, just exchanging numbers with him.
Yeah. Dude, I love him.
I mean, if you think about it though, like if you were like a big fan of that book and you like really looked forward to that movie and I was like your thing, like no, I take it back. That's ridiculous.
Dude, no.
I do not agree with that.
I know people are doing that with season 3 of Stranger Things, but I can't see doing that with Ready Player One. I think there's enough in there.
Jake, you've seen Jurassic Park on the big screen a couple times. How's it holding up? Still good?
It does. Every time I see it in the theater, I always get a little nervous if okay, this is going to be the time where the CGI doesn't hold up for me or some of the effects don't hold up. And it still holds up. It looks great. I actually heard somebody that was sitting a couple rows behind me say to their friends, like they mentioned about how good it still looks. I also cried 3 times. Dude. And I watch Jurassic Park a lot, and I don't cry every time I see the movie, but something about seeing it like on the big screen, and there are just those 3 times where I can tell you exactly when they were.
I want to guess.
Let's hear your guess.
I'm gonna guess when Ellie and Grant first see the first dinosaur.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to do a guess.
Okay.
When that guy grabs the amber with the mosquito in it and he says, Grant's a digger. Is it that part?
There's just something about that guy's acting that is so good,
No, you tell us, Jake. I'm not gonna guess.
Well, you were right with the first one.
Okay,
when they
cool.
see the brachiosaur for the first time,
Word.
that's an emotional. All 3 of the scenes are.
I wanted you to say what kind of dinosaur it was because I was going to say brontosaurus. So.
It's a brachiosaur.
Brachiosaur. Okay.
Tim makes that mistake in the movie. He calls it a brontosaurus, and he's like, "Oh no,
Cool. I'm cool like Tim."
The first time they see a dinosaur, the brachiosaur, the triceratops, and then the very end with the birds out of the window when you got like the Jurassic Park theme playing. Yeah, it's all 3 of those scenes they're just very emotional, and seeing it on the big screen, man, everything still looks great.
It's so weird with Jurassic Park because it is. Anytime I do my list of like my favorite movies, I never say Jurassic Park. It never comes to mind. But it is one of my favorite movies.
It's definitely it's in my top 5 and always will be because that's one of those that I saw when I was little in the theater when it came out. So I have that memory forever and ever. And Jake, I'm really jealous of you that you got to see it in the movie theater because come to think of it, I haven't ever seen it on screen since the first.
Well, we saw
we saw it at the what's it called? The orchestra
Symphony.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But that was on like a little projector screen.
wasn't-
so
yeah,
it wasn't
so-
the same.
It was
there was a
different,
symphony,
yeah.
so that was cool, but there
It
wasn't.
wasn't like that time we saw Ghostbusters on the big screen, which was in Macon.
Small
We talked
screen.
about a couple episodes ago where it was just like the 1999 DVD copy of Ghostbusters on a shitty projection screen.
Yeah.
I was like, Abby, we gotta go. It's Ghostbusters. It's on the silver screen.
screen.
I think it's a 35 millimeter original print.
Guys, at least FanFest made up for it. So continue.
Dude, you're throwing bombs.
I'm throwing some heat.
All right. Was that a baseball
I
reference?
think so.
Guys,
I like
I'm
rubbed my hands together when I did it, so I think it was.
I'm very stressed, by the way. I'm staring into this DTOF, one of the new DTOFs at my Extreme Ghostbusters figures, and I realized that Sam Haim's head fell off.
Oh.
Oh
Yeah.
no! Wait, it just fell off.
Well, it connects.
The figure?
It's part of the feature.
Yikes.
Jake, you weren't supposed to say that when I said Sam Haim's head fell off. You were supposed to go, well, he was really old. No, it's like a spring.
Oh, I see it.
It's like a
Okay.
spring-loaded feature.
I was immediately looking at your prototype, the headless prototype, because when you say
No, we don't
headless-
talk about that. Ryan Dole, friend of the podcast, gets very upset.
He doesn't like it, does he?
He thinks it's stupid.
I like it.
But we like Ryan.
One of a kind.
He gets an opinion.
Like Ryan.
Well, welcome everybody to episode 159 of Yes Have Some podcast. That was what we like to call
I know.
unstructured banter.
Light banter.
That was light banter, right? I think we did a pretty good job.
It was light. I enjoyed it.
My name is Craig Goldberg. I am here with Abigail Gardner
Yes. What's up, guys?
and Jacob Walsh.
Hello.
And Jake, you just saw Jurassic Park. Abby,
Mm-hmm.
you were just playing Mario Kart.
Heck yeah.
I broke up two cats fighting today.
Dude.
Oh wow, which two?
Well, one of them's Bruce, who we love and cherish, and the other we call Faker because he looks like Undertaker, who we call Taker.
Oh, what a
So
jerk!
there's Taker, then there's
Is he in
Faker.
timeout now?
No, but he's going somewhere if he comes back. That
He's
is
causing
another podcast. I will go.
Hey.
I have run out of the house with a broom and no pants on, screaming at Taker before.
Faker.
Faker.
I'll put it this way, without going into detail. There might be a little Harold Ramis action happening with Faker.
Dude, I saw that look in your eye when you were like, he's going away.
He's gotta go.
He's gotta go.
No, I'm not gonna hurt a cat, but I
No.
will try to capture him and take him far away.
Yeah, we got a pack. We gotta protect the pack.
So listen, folks, here's the deal. Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con starts tomorrow, and I've never been to Comic-Con. I get very jealous this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much going on. It looks like the most fun ever. Maybe next year we'll finally go.
And everybody asks me, like, oh, you going to Comic-Con? Like, people that, when I say everyone, I mean, like, not close friends or not people that listen to the podcast, people that are, like, loosely, like, you know, hairstylists. They'll be like, oh, you going? No, I'm not going. I
we
want
went to Ghostbusters Fan Fest.
Exactly.
But listen, Comic-Con's starting. There's going to be a lot of news coming out of Comic-Con, a lot of movie news, a lot of toy news. So we're not going to focus a lot on like previewing that stuff. But next week, or at some
Next
point,
week's gonna end up being. Next week's probably gonna end up being like the Comic-Con episode. There's
Right.
probably gonna be so much stuff.
there's going to be a
for
lot.
us to talk.
There's going to be a lot,
Yeah.
including
It trailer.
Yeah, the new It trailer is going to be coming out tomorrow after recording this, and then the Jay and Silent Bob reboot trailer. There's going to be a lot of news on that. There's going to be Avengers news and Marvel news, and there's already news coming out about toys and stuff like that. But I don't want to get into the thick of it too much because we have a lot to cover, and it's just now starting because NECA's already making announcements. But I will say stay tuned to Yes Have Some Group Therapy on Facebook, our discussion group there, because we'll be posting all of the latest updates and getting some good chatter going about that. Because I know, man, with this new movie coming out, with new Ghostbusters coming out and everything else, there's going to be a lot going on.
Yeah, but no leaked photos. I think we made that clear.
Yes.
Yeah.
There will be no leaked photos from the
Ghostbusters 2020 set.
Ghostbusters 2020 set posted on Group Therapy. We want to be pure. We want to be as I kind of don't want to know more than Jason Reitman wants me to know. Like, I
Yeah.
wish I had his number.
I want to respect it. You know.
I wish I had his number,
Me too.
but only not to bother him, just to be like, "Hey, Jason, somebody
Just so
sent me
you can
something."
keep being like, "Hey, I'm Craig
Hey.
we're from Yes Have Some."
How- Hours
Just
of the
text him
podcast.
respect.
Respect.
man.
Hey, man, I'm from the podcast.
I don't even want to know. Just
Andy.
wanted to respect you.
Anyway,
That's
so
what I'm gonna do.
so a lot of Comic-Con stuff's going to be going on. And then
respective.
Oh God, we got to figure this out. So we are going to be talking about Comic-Con, but either next week or the week after, we're going to be doing our first ever YHS mailbag.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you hear about this?
Okay. No. Tell me more.
Oh.
Mail. I love mail.
You do love mail.
Yeah.
So we put up a post in Group Therapy asking for everybody to submit questions. We've never done anything like this before, but we've been doing the podcast for 3.5 years. We figured it was time to give the people a voice.
Yeah.
No, listen, people ask us questions all the time, and we thought it'd be fun to do a whole episode of it. So what you need to do is don't post the questions on social media or in Group Therapy. Send your questions to... I have it right here. I've got the address in front of me.
Great prep job.
Hey, look, one just came in while I was looking at it.
Liar.
While you're looking, let me just say that if the questions aren't good, I'm going to create some fake email accounts and I'm going to send my own questions in.
Yes.
So
We already talked about that as a contingency. No, I've been reviewing some of the questions. Guys, we're going to have to...
Abby, why are you so cool?
We're going to have to do... we're definitely going to have to do some... we're going to have to do some research because some of these are really good questions, some in-depth stuff.
Oh, okay. I want to see what some of them are. Send me a text
After this,
with some questions on there.
I will give you access to the emails.
Yeah.
The address is askyhspodcast@gmail.com. So
we got a whole email address for this.
A whole special email address.
A whole new email address just for this.
Cost me hundreds of dollars.
God, it's almost like we put work into this.
Effort
into this podcast.
is happening. So it's askyhspodcast@gmail.com. All one thing there, and then you'll see the posts on Group Therapy. So send the emails over, ask the questions. We're gonna pick out some winners and give away some prizes for the best questions, the most thoughtful, the most poignant, the crazy. There's some funny stuff in there. I can't wait. It's gonna be
excited.
good. It's gonna be good. So that'll
I'm
be.
also going to use this email after this is over at stores when I purchase things and they ask for my email address.
Please don't, because we're gonna do more of these, and I don't want to be flooded with
I'm sick of getting emails from Target and DSW and whatever else.
okay, our next question comes from Kohl's Rewards at Kohl's.com. Listen, it's going to be fun. And depending on how much Comic-Con news there actually is, maybe we'll do it next week. It could be the following week. We'll keep everybody updated. But keep the questions coming in. We've gotten a bunch already. We want to get a bunch more so we can tackle as many as possible. And it's going to be good. I'm very excited about that.
Cool. Me too.
Cool. Jake.
Yeah.
You're back.
I am back.
You're back. You were in Florida.
Where'd I go?
You were in Shark.
Yeah, I went to Florida. I went down to Tampa to SharkCon this year. It was my second year attending.
I'm still bummed that they don't call it SharkCon.
SharkCon. One year we'll all have to go down to SharkCon. Yeah, I went down and checked it out. It's a lot of it's very different from every other convention that we attend. It is mainly to raise awareness for sharks and conservation, and a lot of the guests and speakers are people whose life work is to protect sharks, and they do a lot of the panels. They have everything's all in one room, and the panels kind of take place in the corner, and I've watched a couple. I watched a lot of them last year, and they're all really interesting. It's just not the kind of stuff that we usually do. It's all real information about, the life and helping and saving animals and all that kind of stuff. They do have a few celebrity guests. Ernie Hudson was there this year, which was cool.
My favorite shark guest, Ernie Hudson.
Yeah.
He is in one of those sci-fi shark movies.
Okay.
It's called Shark Attack, and that's what he was there for. There were him and a few other people from that film or film series were there, and there was a panel about those movies.
Nice.
There were a couple of I don't know what Kurt Angle was there. I don't know why he was there. I'm not sure what he's done shark related.
Maybe he wrestled a shark.
It's possible. There were some SpongeBob voice actors there. And then just like last year, one of the big reasons I wanted to go last year is that Richard Dreyfuss was there and Carl Gottlieb and a few other Jaws people were there last year. And this year they brought in Jeffrey Voorhees, who played Alex Kittner, the kid who gets killed.
It's Jason Voorhees.
It's Jason Voorhees. Susan, I'm not sure how to say her last name, but anyway, the woman who played Chrissy was there, and Joe Alves was there. He was the production designer. He did like a lot of the storyboards for Jaws 1, and he directed Jaws 3. And then a friend of mine, Michael Smith, who wrote the Jaws 2 making of book, was also there. So it was cool. I got to see some people that I knew. We hung out, talked to Joe Alves for a little bit, and just walked around and saw the cool shark stuff. I bought some prints, bought some shark prints.
Cool.
You know what's interesting though is they have I don't even think I told you guys this. They do a raffle thing, and they did this last year. You can buy like tickets, fill your tickets out, and then you just place them in a bag for whichever prize you would like to win. And they had a couple like Richard Dreyfuss autographs that they had gotten last year. And then they had, some like Ernie Hudson stuff. But then they had there was a Robin Shelby autograph, which I was like, what?
Whoa.
I was like, what is that? Like, where did that come from? Where'd they get that? So I thought that was cool. They had like a little Robin Shelby autograph raffling off. So
that's cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like a good time. It's such a unique, like niche kind of thing, like SharkCon, but I feel like the pictures, it looks like fun. I mean, looks like some of the Florida Ghostbusters franchises were set up.
Yeah, there was a big Ghostbusters presence, which I knew there would be, but it was great.
Right.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Cool, man. Oh, I'm glad you had a good time. What is like? You said you bought some prints. Is there like a lot of vendors there, or not really?
There are. No, there are. There's a good number. It's kind of half and half with like there's a good number of vendors, but then there's also a lot of like dive companies set up or companies that do work to save sharks set up, and a lot of their booths are basically like you just kind of come up and see what they're not selling anything. They're just there to give out information and stuff like that. But like the Shark Week was there. Like they have a booth, and I have like a foam shark fin hat that I got from them, and
that's cool, man.
But there are some vendors. There are people selling like like fossilized shark teeth, or there's a lot of people who have shark themed shirts. The prints that I bought are this woman, I'm pretty sure it was a woman who did all these illustrations for a shark book, and they're all kind of like scientific illustrations. You could buy the book, or they had prints of all the different sharks. So I bought some of those. Yeah, there's like all kinds of artwork that you can buy. Part of it does kind of feel like a Dragon Con, vendor hall situation. And then the other half is there was also like, there were a lot of, they had a pool set up and you could scuba dive in the pool. It wasn't very deep. It was maybe like 4 feet deep, but they'll put the gear on you and kind of give you a little test run and show you how to scuba dive. And
that's cool.
Yeah.
So all kinds of cool stuff like that. Yeah.
Cool.
Very cool.
Well, as long as if they keep doing it. And we should thank SharkCon for getting Jake in.
Yeah.
Because you talked to them.
They let me in. It was cool. Yeah.
Very cool.
Jake went to the back door.
Let me walk right in.
You just showed him a picture of you swimming with the shark. Or no, that was an alligator, wasn't it? Or, never mind. God damn it. I was like, wait a minute. Was that a shark?
I do like the idea of Jake knocking on the door.
He's like, hey, look, I'm legit.
Look, this is me with a goddamn alligator. I'm the kind of person you want inside the walls of your convention. I also like to purchase prints, and I like to enter the raffle for the Robin Shelby autograph. I should also note that our friends at the Containment Unit, which is the Ghostbusters autograph group that we talked about a couple weeks ago, they were they did the Ernie Hudson signing. They're based in Matt, who's a listener of the show, who runs that group. He's based there in the either the Orlando or Tampa, Clearwater area. And they did the Ernie Hudson signing. So they had a really good turnout for that. A lot of people submitted stuff. And I'm getting one. I mean, I got a 8x10 coming. I've got multiple things signed by Ernie Hudson, but I wanted to support that that venture. And they're working on some other, like, I can't say anything, but they're working on some big stuff. I can tell you guys off the air.
Okay.
That would be cool.
But they're working on some hard to get Ghostbusters related autographs, hopefully setting up some more private signings down the road. So congratulations to those guys for doing their first private signing. Congratulations to Jake for going to SharkCon.
Thank you. It was fun.
And I'm trying to think of another split. Is there another animal that could get its own con? Like, I don't think Giraffe Con would be too successful.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know.
I go to like
there
a
might
spider
be a
monkey
few.
con or like a gorilla.
Gorilla Con.
Yeah, I do that. All the different types of monkeys, I'm into that.
Or dragons.
Oh,
Could there be a whole dragon con?
okay.
There could be a dragon con.
There could be a dragon con.
I like it. Yeah.
You like what I did there?
Did.
Well, we're going to be talking about Dragon Con here in just a bit, but we've got some Ghostbusters stuff that we have to address.
Oh yeah, what's happening?
If you guys are ready.
What's going on?
So, this is weird. It is weird that it is July of 2019, and as we speak, there is a new Ghostbusters movie being filmed. It's strange to me. It's surreal. It's exciting. It's scary. It's like every adjective I could possibly imagine, because we don't need to go through the entire history of Ghostbusters 3 and then answer the call and to where we are now to know that, like, it's been a long road. And though we've always had hope for a third movie that would continue the story of the original two, I think any of us at any given time prior to January of this year, with a gun to our head, if we were asked, like, hey, do you think you're going to see a live action Ghostbusters sequel to the first two? I don't think I would have put money on it. Like, I
would have said you're lucky if you get or we're lucky if we get an animated feature.
No, you're lucky. Whoever has the gun.
Whoever's asking me. Yeah, no, legitimately.
You're lucky if you get anything.
You're going to be lucky if you get out of here. No, I definitely didn't see it happening. We all lived through the roller coaster that was Answer the Call without going into it in depth, because you could go back and listen to any of our other episodes if you'd like to hear more of our thoughts on that. But yeah, I definitely didn't think that there was a chance for a live action like resurrection, especially not something that would go back to like the originals and connect them and give us everything that we were deeply, deeply wanting. It's kind of blowing my mind and giving me chills and making me feel very obsessed and excited and giddy looking at the pictures that Jason Reitman and that everyone, McKenna Grace, etc., has been sharing from the set, like that first day photo.
Jake, what God, it's so weird. Like, Abby, you just said something interesting. You said it's everything we've been wanting and like dreaming about. But like at the end of the day, when it comes to like a third Ghostbusters movie, I kind of don't, I've never had it in my mind, like, and I think this is where like a lot of people get tripped up or get stressed or frustrated. Like, I've never had it in my mind what the movie should be. Like, I think with Star Wars, I kind of get in my mind, like, this is what this should do. Mm-hmm. This is where it should go. This is what I think Luke should be doing. This is who I think Rey's parents should be. But like with a new Ghostbusters movie, I'm just like, I just want to see more Ghostbusters, and I want it to be fun and funny and entertaining. But I've never had it in my mind like it needs to be.
I think the one word you're not mentioning is familiar, which is what I think we didn't get with Answer the Call. I'm thinking back to when we saw Jillian Holtzman or Kate McKinnon as Jillian Holtzman, those pictures leaked, and everyone was like, oh, she's like Egon with her glasses and her hair looking like that. And everyone wanted there to be some sort of a connection to that. But with this actual photo, McKenna Grace, if we're going to talk about that.
We're going to, but I want to get Jake's thoughts
I just
first.
feel like that's what I'm referencing by like, we're getting what we want. Like, we wanted to see something familiar.
Before talking about the photos that were released, Jake, what, like, you've been through it. We've talked about it before. We all went through Answer the Call. You've talked about that year where they confirmed Ghostbusters 3 was happening with Bill Murray on your birthday, like in like 2010 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then, like, what is your feeling this week knowing that right now, as we record this in Calgary, they are rolling cameras on a new Ghostbusters movie?
I mean, it feels weird. It feels super weird. It's almost unbelievable. It's a surreal. I mean, we kind of talked about it's almost the same feelings as we were talking about with Bill and Ted a few weeks ago, but kind of multiplied, because like, you know, if another Bill and Ted never got made, it would be lame, but it wouldn't be like, you know, it wouldn't
affect us the same way.
It's not as important. Yeah. The fact that there's a Ghostbusters 3 filming right now is just, I mean, it still doesn't feel real. Like, we've seen a couple photos, but it still doesn't seem like a real thing. And I think it's such a weird, like, not knowing what to expect is just kind of keeping everything at bay. Like, we've talked about this before in the years past. I mean, this is kind of like what you were just saying. It's always in the past felt like the third Ghostbusters movie was going to be a specific kind of movie where it was just 4 new guys who were funny taking over, being this particular, you know, trying to capture what the first 2 movies are. And now it seems like we're kind of going in a completely different direction. And it's almost like whenever this stuff first started coming out about Jason having these ideas and stuff, it hit me like at once that, like, oh, Ghostbusters doesn't have to exactly be the original movie. It doesn't have to just be 4 funny guys or 4 funny people, period, just, you know, being Ghostbusters. It can be a family drama or a scary movie, or it can be something else and still be connected. And I'm still kind of grappling with that.
Well,
and the fact that this movie's happening.
That's such a good point. We talked about this off the air. Can you guys believe we talk when we're not recording?
The majority of our conversations are off the air.
You might be surprised to learn that we actually all interact with each other more than 1 hour a week. I mean, sometimes I talk to Jake multiple times.
Sometimes we finish recording and then we keep talking with our headphones on for like another 30 minutes.
Yeah, we need to start recording that for bonus for Patreon.
You're right.
Welcome to the YHS post show, where we give our real opinions. No. But okay, Ghostbusters 1 is a phenomenal movie. I love it. I love Ghostbusters 2 as well. Those movies mean the world to me. They're funny. They're perfect. They're everything. They are not deeply, like, emotional movies, right?
Yeah.
And we all have deep emotional connections to them because of the people we are and the things we've experienced in life. But
I think this is where Jason Reitman is going to nail this. I think he realizes that deep emotional connection that the hardcore fans and even the casual fans, like, people love Ghostbusters, and Jason Reitman is going to exploit that. He is going to make us laugh.
Play it like a fiddle.
He is going to break our hearts. Like, I'm telling you, he is doing. Sony didn't know this. Sony did not know what they had with Ghostbusters. Maybe Ivan did. Maybe Dan did to a certain extent. Maybe. Maybe
at one point.
Maybe at one point Dan knew. But I think Jason has a perspective on this very similar to J.J. Abrams' perspective of Star Wars. Because
some big words, I think.
Besides the fact that Ivan Reitman's his dad, like, he grew up with it, he knows it from a different. Yeah, he's got a lot of reverence for it. And I told you guys, like, I would rather, like, there's kids in this movie. Who cares? Like, do I think that 4 kids are going to run around with proton packs shooting ghosts? Maybe. I don't know. I think that's a possibility. Do I think that's the entire movie? No, I don't. But what I'm saying is, I am excited in a way that I've never been excited about the prospect of a Ghostbusters movie, because any Ghostbusters movie in the past that was teased or talked about or almost happened or didn't happen, including Answer the Call, it's always the same. It's the new group. getting the equipment, getting the ecto, getting the firehouse going again, and going and basically doing Ghostbusters again. Mm-hmm. Do I think in 2010 Seth Rogen and Paul Rudd, funny enough, Paul Rudd and whoever else was rumored, and Steve Carell and anybody who's ever been rumored, even going back,
switch the names up, but the formula's the same.
Ben Stiller, Chris Farley, Chris Rock, anybody who's ever been rumored, you're not going to live up to Bill, Dan, Ernie, and Harold. You're just not.
No.
So why even try it? Why try to recreate it? Because I don't think the only way I think you can do it is whatever Jason's going to do, which is we're going to introduce new characters. We're going to look at the original movies and we're going to build on that story in a manner that isn't just fan fiction recycled, same thing over and over.
And we're going to respect the fan base and give them what they want as passionate fans and need and crave, which is something that J.J. Abrams did, I think, with Force Awakens. People call it fan service, but I guess that is what it is. I want it. Yeah, I'm a huge fan. I have a podcast about Ghostbusters with you guys. I want.
So I think we're in store for something. I do like how secretive they're being, but I have a prediction. We're about to talk about this picture that he posted, right? Mm-hmm. You know how sometimes like they're doing it with like It Chapter 2 right now, where like Entertainment Weekly will get like the first images from the movie?
Yeah.
Guys, picture this. Not in their flight suits, but like imagine like a nighttime shot, maybe with some woods in the background, like standing on a street. Kind of a close-up, like waist-up shot of Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and Ernie Hudson, like wearing street clothes.
Dude, straight up chills. Yeah. I just got them.
Like, head to toe. Because they're going to be in the movie. Like, we know they're going to be in the movie.
Yeah, of course.
We don't. But the thing is, we don't know. Okay, so let's talk about it. Last week, first day of filming, end of the day, Friday, boom, Jason Reitman's Instagram. What we look at the caption? What was it?
Sure.
It's a picture of. Ivan Reitman.
Family's all here. #GB20.
The family's all here. It's Ivan Reitman, Carrie Coon, Finn Wolfhard, McKenna Grace, and Jason Reitman with a camera. If you want to know what camera it is, listen to this week's episode of The Cross Rip because they talked about it in detail, and I was impressed. I had no idea what Troy was talking about.
But I liked it.
Apparently, it's the same camera that they used to film. This is what I picked up from it. I'm regurgitating. It's the same cameras that they used to film The Shape of Water.
Yeah, I remember that.
Using the same lenses that they used on the original Ghostbusters movies.
Okay.
Well, I like cool. I like both of those things.
Yeah, I like all that.
Yeah.
So, okay. This picture gets released. Finn Wolfhard looks like Finn Wolfhard. Carrie Coon has a blonde, like longer blonde hair. Ivan and Jason are wearing their.
Jason's wearing the same shirt he was wearing at FanFest.
Yeah, their standard outfits,
and it looks great on him.
But everybody started talking about McKenna Grace. Obviously, they're holding the slate. Rust City shooting title. There's already patches. Go for it, everybody. This is exciting times. Even Rust City's a better name than Flapjack. Let's face it.
Yeah.
McKenna Grace.
Yeah, first thing you notice.
She was in The Haunting of Hill House.
Yeah.
She was in the new Annabelle movie. She was young Captain Marvel in Captain Marvel. Yep. We see the first picture of her from this movie. Guess what? She does not look like McKenna Grace.
No, dude.
Not the McKenna Grace I know.
Finn Wolfhard.
She looks like Egon goddamn Spangler.
Yeah, that's what she looks like. Egon Spangler. But also like Finn Wolfhard, like, yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah.
They got the same hair.
They're brother and sister in the movie.
Yeah.
And here's what we're going to do about speculation. I know everybody's talking about, like, I don't want to get into, like, going way down the road of what we think.
I have an entire page of my theory, which I won't share because out of respect to it.
We don't want to accidentally spoil anything, but I do want to get everybody's thoughts on this because we're going to be talking about Dragon Con pretty in depth here in a few. And listen, we could do 3 hours on this picture.
Yeah.
But this was also not the first Instagram post that day. The first Instagram post that day was a close-up shot of the rusted tire and wheel of the Ecto-1 and said, who's ready to get this rolling? I would have been fine with that. So, Jake, you saw this image. You were out at SharkCon doing your shark things.
I was.
You were wrestling a shark with Kurt Angle.
I was, yeah. That's what was happening.
What was your initial reaction here?
I mean, I'm going to be honest. Like, the first thing I noticed was McKenna Grace because she is the only one who's everyone else looks like everyone else, basically. I noticed her first. The second thing I noticed is that she's got Egon's glasses on. And I mean, I don't know what else to say.
I mean that in the best way possible.
There's no other way around it. Like, I mean, I don't know those props like that close, but I immediately was like, oh, well, those just look like Egon's glasses. And then, I mean, other people made that assumption like immediately. And, I made that assumption too. I don't know if they are the same ones or whatever, but yeah. So she just looks like a little Egon.
My first reaction was, oh, those look like Egon's glasses. And I was like, you know what? Let's not get overhyped. Let's do a little research. Let's look for some close-up shots of Egon Spengler, played by Harold Ramis in the film Ghostbusters, and really compare this. The first picture I pulled up, got real close, did it back and forth. I was like, oh, yeah, those are Egon's glasses.
Those are exact
they
same
are.
glasses.
Yes. I know. There's like, it's, yes. That, I don't have, I hinted at it earlier. Excuse me. That's the thing that I think is the most reassuring thing about the entire image and moving forward with this movie. Like that you see her and it reminds you of Egon, and I'm so excited. I have nothing else to say other than from watching her stories, I just followed her on Instagram recently, McKenna Grace. She seems like if I was 13, I would want to be hanging out with her. She's very, very cool, very funny and talented. And I am excited about her. And I love this look. I love the glasses, and I couldn't be any more giddy about seeing her performance.
Yeah. And listen, go for it.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say it's a lot of people jump to the immediate conclusion like, oh, she's Egon's granddaughter. Oh, she's Egon's whatever. Could it be something like that? Of course. But also, I never like to assume that I know what the filmmakers and the writers are actually doing. I like to think that they've got a plan that is, if it turns out to be something like that, that's great. But also, don't go way down that road, because it could be something completely different.
Yeah, you can set yourself up for.
She might be a Harry Potter fan.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that could be it.
Like,
I wonder. So here's a question, and I feel like this is probably unlikely. I know they've just started filming, so I feel like there's no way there's going to be any actual like official photos probably for a while. It's pretty clear there won't be any actual footage that we're going to see for a while, but. Do we think there's any possibility of any like official announcements coming out of Comic-Con about this movie, like more cast or something?
No, because I was thinking that too. There is so Sony already announced that they are not doing any panels at Comic-Con this year. Like, like some of the studios do like this year Disney and a couple of Warner Brothers, they're doing big Hall H panels, but Sony and a couple DC, like there's a couple studios announced that they're not. There is a Ghostbusters panel tomorrow night at Comic-Con, but it is a fan discussion panel.
Gotcha.
And really everybody's in Calgary filming. I think the timing of it just doesn't allow for it. I feel like if this movie was already like filmed and they were promoting it for next year or whatever, that would definitely be a possibility. I think any Ghostbusters announcements we get from Comic-Con are going to be more along the lines of like new toys and things like that.
I just feel like, I mean, obviously, if that's the case, none of this will be happening at Comic-Con, but we now like live in a world where it's impossible for anybody to be secretly filming anything. And we know where this movie is filming. We know it's filming right now. As soon as Dan Aykroyd or Bill Murray or any other, well-known actor are on set, it will be public knowledge.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's something they're going to want to, like, is that how they want us to find out, if, I don't know, say, any random like big actor or anybody. I mean, like, is that how they want us to find out, or are we going to be getting? My
theory is this, like, they're in Calgary, they're doing some shooting in some public areas right now, but from what a couple people have told me, that the security is very tight, and the sets are fairly closed. I have a feeling that however the story has been written, there is ways to have that original cast in there and be filmed in not very public settings with like they could be in sound stages. Yeah, they could be in sound stages. They could be, and we know that there's probably going to be a rural element to this movie. But again, that's all just guessing. Like,
God, something just popped in my head that I'm like, what if this happens in the movie? But now I don't want to say it just in case it does.
Okay.
Okay, off air. I want to know.
Can I say it?
Yeah, say it, then we'll take it out if it's bad.
Who knows? What if whatever happens at the end of this movie, they need to like cross the streams again and like the original Ghostbusters cross the streams and they like die in the process? Wouldn't that be fucking insane?
Yeah, it would be awful.
Oh,
I would cry and then I would be mad at Jason right now.
God, are they gonna do that?
Don't do that.
I don't.
God. Is Bill Murray gonna make the
ultimate sacrifice?
No, this is all just
Bill Murray
We're
won't.
stepping away from this fan.
No, dude.
Yeah.
Dan, I feel like Stance would do the ultimate sacrifice if somebody had to.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
But also, I don't want anybody to be sacrificed.
No sacrifices, Jason.
No.
No, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be like, I love that we don't know. And it'll be fun. We'll do some speculation.
Yeah, I like that that's Jake's speculation. Mine was like, I think Celeste O'Connor and Finn Wolfhard's characters are going to like have a romantic thing.
Let's talk real quick about, I guess we should talk about it. Logan Kim, who's our newest cast member, launched his Instagram and posted a picture of the 4 kids. And I don't want Celeste, I think Finn Wolfhard's like 17, Celeste O'Connor's like 20. But the 4 younger actors eating ice cream together. And everybody posted it. And McKenna Grace is wearing a Stay Puft shirt. And they look
it looks like an outfit that I have. I love
That's a very similar outfit to Abby.
I have yellow shorts. She's wearing a bandana. She's the only one that got an ice cream cone. Everybody else got dishes. It's a power move.
Dishes.
I love her.
It's a cup.
Whatever.
I would like my ice cream in a dish, please.
It's a cup.
But the picture was removed from Instagram.
Yeah.
And I guess they told him to take it down. And not that I don't think people were reading way too much into that. Some people were like, oh, she's wearing a Stay Puft shirt because Stay Puft is canon in the movie. Like, Stay Puft was canon in the first movie. He was a product.
Yeah.
But anyways, this picture was taken
Oh.
after hours and they were just hanging out.
Yeah, that was the vibe I got.
But I think the reason it was taken down was because they're being extremely careful about what is being put out. They know that there's going to be a visceral reaction, good or possibly bad, to everything about this movie. And I'm sure that Sony and the production really just want to control, like, this is the first picture of the 4 actors together. Maybe that's not how they wanted it out there.
Dude.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I get it.
That's just my thought.
But I like this photo, and it looks like they're all having a really good time together, and like their chemistry is good, and they're enjoying each other's company. And I know that McKenna Grace and Logan Kim on their Instagram stories are like they were watching Step Brothers together, and I just like them. Yeah. I like these kids. And I'm glad they're together.
Maybe Finn is just like, whenever they first started filming, the first movie of it, they some of the first pictures of all those kids were all of those kids eating ice cream.
Okay.
Remember that? Maybe Finn is just like, fuck, guys, we gotta get some ice cream.
Dude, yeah, and remember they all had a Stay Puft with them too. Maybe he's just like, that's what he does when he starts a film.
Oh, yeah. Guys,
Stay Puft with the ice
2
cream.
things. We need the Stay Puft, we need the ice cream, we need a camera.
Dude, that's a good, I like it.
Yeah.
Yes, have some can join up.
So, that's what's going on. There has not been any more photos or official release stuff this week. We do know that the movie is filming until October. It's only, middle of July. So, there's going to be a lot of stuff over the next couple months that we'll be getting tidbits. And God, maybe we'll get a trailer by Halloween. Like, it's possible.
Yeah, that would be Halloween is a perfect day for a fucking Ghostbusters teaser.
Let's put that out there right now.
Yeah.
Sony, Ghostbusters, Ghost Corps. We know you're editing. We know that the filming's happening. We know that trailers can be released years before movies come out. Sometimes Ghostbusters puts out a trailer before the movie's even filming. So what we're saying is this. Put out the first trailer for Ghostbusters 2020 with a title reveal on Halloween Day this year.
Dude, yes. Patty Tola just fell over when you said that from our show. As did, I forgot the name of the...
Mayhem.
Yeah. I was like, the demon lord. Okay, yeah, that would be great. I would... Please, that's a great idea. There's already enough stuff surrounding Ghostbusters with Halloween as we've seen today. So
let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Cool. So we talked about this a couple weeks ago. The official announcement happened today. Halloween Horror Nights, Ghostbusters, Haunted House. It's happening. It's official. You know what's weird? We talked about it. It was rumored. We basically 100% knew, and I've been excited.
Yeah.
But today, once the official announcement happened with that video, I got like 500% more excited.
You know, my first reaction when I saw the video was such a dumb thing. Like, I saw the video whenever the guard starts running, I was like, oh, we've been right in that exact spot.
I've been there.
Isn't that a weird thing? I was like, I don't care. I was just like, oh, that's that place we've been.
Yeah. I know this.
That's what excited me.
Yeah.
Where did they film that? By the old firehouse at Universal?
No, it's filmed like right. Part of it is filmed like where you go in. You remember like where we wait in line?
Yeah.
Where we wait in line under the big Universal sign? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Orlando and Hollywood. We're definitely going to be going down to Orlando. I want to go to that. This is the only haunted house I've ever like. I want to go. I want to get there. I want to go. I want to do everything else, and I want to do it again at the end.
Yeah.
But what did I tell you guys today? I'm buying all the merch.
You have to. I guarantee you this is going to be, I wonder if this is going to turn into one of those situations that all three of us are constantly having in our lives where we're like, oh, I want that so bad. And then whenever we get in front of it and it's available, we're like, well, I'll just pick it up next time. I'll order it online.
Oh,
I'll get it the next time there's Horror Nights.
When we were at Horror Nights and they had that like Bill and Ted's farewell shirt or whatever, I remember being like, oh, I want this. I'll order it online.
Never got
We're
it.
right there
Never
at the
got it.
end.
Right. I thought you were going to say where you and I pick out the same shirt and we both want it. It's probably going to happen.
It's going to happen. They'll probably have one shirt.
Well,
that's
you'll have the one shirt that has
T-shirt
everything
for
on it. There'll be a Ghostbusters one, but then we're talking keychains, coffee mugs.
Yeah.
Might be some pins.
Light up bracelets, rulers.
Yeah. Shot glasses.
Anything.
I had to throw something in there.
I'm so excited because if it's as good as the Poltergeist house last year, then it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I was getting stressed because I was looking through different articles for this, talking about I saw Collider was referring to it as a maze, a Ghostbusters maze or a scare. And then I went to the actual website and I read that it would be a haunted house.
Some people call the houses at Horror Nights mazes because I guess they're technically little mazes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, is this going to be like a lame, like a cornfield? No, but
I'm glad it's a house and not a scare zone. Scare zones are fun, but this is something that you want it to be a house.
And the article said you're going to be in the library. There's going to be the Battle of Gozer. Maybe we'll be in the Sedgwick. Like, it's going to be amazing. Are we wearing our flight suits? Should I bring my proton pack? What's happening?
I'm not.
No, this is what we do.
No.
There's no way that's happening.
No, guys, because we've heard a little rumor that the packs and flight suits that they're wearing are pretty good, pretty accurate. We go in our gear. They think we work there.
Oh, do we get free? We get
a pack.
front of the line.
We
start working there.
We're in there.
We wouldn't even wear our flight suits to Ghostbusters Fan Fest.
I know. We're assholes.
We all brought them.
Hey,
it's
how
stayed
about
in my
this?
suitcase.
You know how like in Horror Nights when you're in a house and like people repeat, like people come out and like say a line from the movie. Like I just imagine like I'm behind like some wall and like just for 3 hours every 10 seconds just coming out going, aim for the flat top, back on aim for the flat top.
We got one. Help me.
Oh yeah,
and then Jake pops out and is like, I didn't even see it.
Holy shit. So listen, We've had a lot of people reach out. YHS, we're coming to Orlando. Maybe we can get a big group therapy, like big dinner.
Yeah.
Hey, I was talking to Ryan and John today, and I was like, you guys should come down when it happens. Let's all meet us down there.
Make it like a big event, like a second fan fest.
Yeah.
There's Ghostbusters, the real Ghostbusters. We'll call this the real Ghostbusters Fan Fest.
Yeah. RGB Fan Fest.
YHS presents
RGB Fan Fest.
No, I'm very excited. Like, I think, listen, it's the 35th anniversary of Ghostbusters. There's a lot of cool stuff, and this is just another really cool thing that I never thought was actually going to happen.
But we've talked about for like the last 3 years wanting it to happen and what it would be like.
Well, it's so obvious that it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I just hope that maybe next year, like they did with Trick or Treat, maybe even next year it'll be a scare zone. They'll have like the little stage show with Chucky. It'll just be like Slimer and Pete Venkman doing a little banter. But it's just like Dave Cooley. Oh, Slimer! Oh, I'm excited.
Dude, I like that. But then it gets really scary because there's like actual ghosts. Okay.
Yes.
That's my thought. Very cool.
Holy shit. Okay, so now we have to talk about Dragon Con. Because we are going to be talking about Ghostbusters nonstop for the next, I don't know, for the rest of our lives, but specifically for the next year, because we're less than a year until the release date for the new movie. But before we talk about Dragon Con, talk about our Dragon Con stress, because that's coming up in about 5 or 6 weeks. I did want to plug Patreon. Yes, Have Some is on Patreon. We do bonus episodes, 2 or 3 a month. And if you want to get in on these bonus episodes, all you got to do is go to patreon.com/yeshavesome, put down $5. That is all it takes, $5 a month. You get complete access to our archives. We've been doing it for a year. There's a ton of bonus episodes up there. And then, of course, you get all of the new ones going forward. Bonus episodes will pick back up starting next week. And yeah, we're having a lot of fun. I mean, I love podcasting, so we get to do more podcasting.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad that we're not doing one tonight, so yeah.
But more than anything, we appreciate everybody's support because it really helps us out. It helps us pay for the equipment, the hosting, the website, and all of that stuff. And it also allows us to do cool stuff like the run of enamel pins we just did and more merch that we'll be doing down the road. So like I said, if you want to get in on the bonus episodes that feature Jake, myself, and Abigail, unless we're talking about the Museum of Death.
Yeah, I briefly left for that one, but it was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
All you got to do is go to patreon.com/yeshavesome. One more thing, guys, I wanted to mention, and this is not fun to talk about, and it is not something I ever want to have to talk about on the podcast, but I did want to mention it, and I did mean to mention it at the top of the show, and I didn't, and take a deep breath. This is actually serious talk. A group therapy member, YHS friend, listener, and more importantly, member of the Ghostbusters community, Greg Munda. We met him out at FanFest. I believe he's part of the Hollywood Ghostbusters. He is having a very, very serious medical emergency that happened to him. So we're not going to go into the details. It's very sad. It's very hard stuff to talk about. But there is a GoFundMe set up by his family. We linked to it off of the Yes Have Some main Facebook page. We also linked to it off of group therapy. I haven't read any updates on his condition, but it is extremely, extremely serious and not cool. It's not something you ever want to have to talk about, but Abby and I were talking about it yesterday. As we have grown Yes Have Some, we've gotten to meet so many people from literally all over the world, and at the end of the day, we're all just a big family. So we want to look out for each other, we want to support each other, want to love each other, and for Greg and his family, whatever you believe in, prayers, positive vibes, all of the support coming from Yes Have Some. And please, if you can, spare a few dollars to the GoFundMe. Medical expenses are absolutely insane. They're ridiculous. And even a short trip to the hospital can be life-changing from a financial perspective. So everybody check that out. We will link again on our page. And we hope the best. We're thinking about you, Greg. We love our Ghostbusters family.
Yeah, we love group therapy members too, and I'm really grateful that we have a space for us to share this kind of thing and the type of people that would donate and reach out. So
it was funny. John Yerkeba posted a picture today of, I guess there was a time at FanFest where Greg offered to watch over John's table for a little while John got a break, which is more than we did for him.
Dude, we didn't do that.
Well, I was like, okay, we actually left our stuff at John. We had like, John, we know you're busy.
You watch our stuff.
Watch our stuff for us. So Greg's obviously a great dude, and we wish him and his family the best.
Absolutely.
Okay. Sorry.
No, don't apologize. It's all good. Well,
all right.
Yeah. Dragon Con segue.
Dragon Con. All right, cool. So Dragon Con is coming up. We are 45 days away. 40 days? I saw the countdown. Abby, you have the countdown?
Dude, I feel like I should because I'm always posting about it. It's in the 40s at this point. I'll actually search how many days till Dragon Con.
Hey, glad we're not staying at the Sheridan.
Hell yeah. What is it? They got Legionnaires?
Something.
What is that?
Well, I don't know. I just always think of the show Legion. And that's
I don't know what that is.
It's not that.
Yeah.
43 days.
I'm assuming that it will be opened before Dragon Con.
I am too. But if we were staying there, I'd be very stressed, not from a health perspective, just from
Well, we're going to end up in that hotel at some point.
At some point. I don't know. I don't know what Legionnaires is. I read a little bit about it. It's some sort of lung infection that originates in like water heaters. And it can be very. It's not contagious person to person, but it is very serious. So
yeah, who's going
It's
to
a
do
type
the
of
Legionnaires'
pneumonia
costume?
is what it is.
Yeah,
What?
okay. Someone's going to do Legionnaires'
It is a
costume.
type of pneumonia.
Okay,
yeah. So
that sucks.
but anyways, we're not staying
What
there.
a fun couple
Yeah.
or segment.
Podcast is going well. So listen, we do want to talk about the first ever Yes Have Some live panel that is happening at Dragon Con. As of right now, it is happening at 2:00 on Friday.
All right.
Of Dragon Con.
I'm writing that down.
That's subject to change. We'll keep everybody updated. But as of right now, 2 p.m. Friday in the American Sci-Fi Classics room, which is traditionally at the Marriott. But we'll have all those details coming up soon. But before we talk about the panel, let's talk about the prom.
Whew. Are we doing stress yet? Or we?
Yeah,
that's on my list.
Let's do it. You just going to do some roundtable YHS Dragon Con stress?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm stressed.
I'm always stressed.
I want to know whose parents will be taking pictures of all of us before we go.
So, Abby, what is this prom all about?
Dude, I'm finding out minute by minute, actually. I know that it's going to be in this... It's going to be in the same room as our panel, which, as you just mentioned...
Probably the same time.
Marriott.
Kill two birds.
Dude, that was our original thought. We just keep everyone in there from the prom, and then it's like, oh, it's panel time. But yeah, so the origin of prom was, I think, last year at the Mellow Mushroom Pizza Party. We were talking about what are we going to do for our theme next year for the mixer. And
we normally did the mixer on a Friday night at Dragon Con.
I feel like I'm setting this whole story up so that I could say that I thought of the prom idea, but I'm pretty sure I was like, oh, prom! And then Katie Ambrose she was like, yeah, let's do prom. And she brought that up again, like in the last couple months. She's like, we're doing prom. I was like, so yes, we are doing prom. And I'm so excited because, dude, I mean, I never really had great prom experiences. So I'm excited to go.
I've never been to a prom.
Really? Yeah. I mean, it's not great, Jake. My memories are muddled and not good of prom. So, yeah, dude.
So let's go to one.
Let's do it.
Have you ever been to a Ghostbusters prom?
No, that's why I'm excited. It could be good. I want to go to Trader Vic's either before or afterwards and have like a big party in our fancy clothes.
Hey, I'm getting a stretch Hummer for the group.
Dude,
we'll
drive for like half a mile.
Yeah, we're going to all walk from the Hilton like a block up the road, get a stretch Hummer to pick us up and drop us off in front of the Marriott. For the prom.
Dude, just so I can stand out the moonroof, flash everybody, that'll be cool. Prom, man. I'm not doing that. But I am really excited, partially because it's like, it's going to be fun to have everyone in the room. It's an event that we've done the last couple of years, but this year we just have a theme for it.
Last year there was a theme. Last year was the Pajama Jam. Mm-hmm. And so now this year's the prom. Abby,
Yo.
what are you wearing to this prom?
Dude, obviously, I'm gonna go as the Statue of Liberty, Lady Liberty from Ghostbusters 2. I thought very long and hard about what I wanted to do, had a bunch of different ideas. But when it came down to it, I just figured that doing like a prom dress with a big Statue of Liberty crown and like holding the torch was just something I could do. And I ended up going into a costume shop near where I work, and I saw this big sequence Statue of Liberty crown that was like $30, and I was like, this is exactly what I need. It kind of like finishes the look, and then I've just bought a sequence dress and some fancy shoes, and it's great because I am creating nice memories with like prom and going out and doing that kind of stuff. And high school wasn't that great for me. And I imagine for a lot of our listeners, it wasn't either. So it's going to be fun to get everyone together.
We know if you like Yes Have Some, you probably have.
Dude, I got dumped right before. It wasn't prom, but it was homecoming. And I put a down payment on a dress, and it was like such a bummer. So yeah, I understand.
Well,
so
Abby, are you gonna glue some Ghostbusters figures into the crown?
Oh yeah, 100%. That's like there's no doubt in my mind. I also thought about wearing Nikes for my shoes. So I think I don't own any.
Funny.
I know I have to buy a pair, like maybe some vintage ones. So that's cool.
Craig, do you know what you're wearing?
I do. I haven't bought it yet. I am doing a suit inspired by Fright Features Egon. So
okay.
It's gonna be a white suit with a teal tie and a red belt, and I'm putting a Ghostbusters patch on the sleeve, and that's gonna be my costume.
That's great.
Yeah. I love it.
Maybe I'll wear my proton pack too.
Cool.
Jake.
Yeah.
My other option was Pete Mosen from Ghostbusters 2.
Well, yeah, because that's what it's like. You want to do like dressed up Ghostbusters, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll do Dana dressed up. I thought about doing the mink coat too, and like trying to make it come alive, but that involves puppetry, and I don't have the time for that. So I have ordered a dress on Amazon.
Jake, what are you wearing?
Yeah, I have no idea. I haven't even thought about it. I literally haven't even thought about it. My plan I haven't even really had a plan. I have just kind of been like, I'm probably just going to wear whatever I'm wearing that day. I don't know that I'm actually going to, sounds like such a bummer that I'm saying this. I had no plans to even actually dress up for it.
Unacceptable.
I might, but I'm like, I don't know if I even feel like putting in time to make something before Dragon Con. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I have no plans as of yet.
I've got. We'll talk off the air.
Okay.
We should do something because
Yeah.
I think we do something.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's gonna be. Hey, if anybody has any ideas, that's gonna be our big giveaway for 6,000 followers on Instagram.
They get to decide what I wear.
Decide what Jake wears to prom. No, because then I don't know what that'll be. God.
We're exploiting that. That's great.
They're gonna no. Oh, guys, I just censored myself.
I think you should do the jean tuxedo, like the jean jacket and the jeans that the guy wears, like that extra guy. It's so easy. Yeah,
that would be good.
Yeah. He's got long hair though. I don't have long hair anymore.
Oh, well, get a wig. We all do. It's all good. You'll be fine.
Just be Quint.
We'll find.
Just do Quint.
Formal.
I'm gonna find like a bright green tuxedo and just go as formal Slimer.
I'm formal
Dude,
Slimer.
You should. That's a great. I'm looking one up for you now.
10 other people will be in that costume.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's good.
No. Well, that's going to be good. So we'll keep everybody updated on the prom. If you are a member of the PKE Surge group on Facebook, the event page is there. We do want you to, if you're going to go, let us know on the event so we can kind of get a good head count going. And
I found a neon multicolor. They have a green neon blazer multicolor suit.
God,
Sorry,
it's
having
expensive.
difficulty with that. It's $88.
I can already tell the Patreon money's going to pay for Jake's suit.
Yeah. Dude, he looks good. There's a tie.
Special guest DJ Clay.
Yes. Yeah, I think Hal wants to run the music for some reason.
I think he's gonna DJ. Yeah.
I just imagine it's like the Game of Thrones theme and like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it's just the opening music of Fellowship of the Ring. Like, wow, cool party.
Cool.
Everyone's falling asleep, dude. Gandalf. Okay, cool. So Abby, what other Dragon Con stress you got?
All right, well...
Besides I want to talk about the panels separately.
The real ones? Okay, separately. Well, am I doing too many costumes / not enough? I'm doing Zoya again, Statue of Liberty, as I mentioned. Costume from Heavyweights, I'm going to be Paul Feig's character. I already got the Panthers jersey in the mail. I'm going to do 9 to 5, doing Jane Fonda's character. Probably going to bring the Riddler out again. Probably going to bring Brody from Jaws, so we can do that as a group. And then my costume for the parade, I'm doing my black flight suit, and I'm getting a custom Satanzi patch for Raymond Satanzi. And I've already ordered that. I think
you got AJ backstory.
AJ Quick. Well, AJ Quick was kind enough to send us a set. You'll have to help me out here. Of,
no, you know what? I don't want to.
They're bootleg, like mini mates, basically, or Legos.
Yeah,
they're bootleg Legos. Okay, and
hey, but Diamond Select's very happy that you know mini mates more than Legos. Though.
Hey, I know mini mates because I love them. So what I was talking about was AJ Quick sent us these like bootleg Legos. They're the 4 Ghostbusters, but their names are of course like all scrambled and weird because it's it's a knockoff. So Ray Stance is named Raymond Satanzi, S-I capital S lowercase I capital T-A-N-Z-I. So I'm gonna get that patch. And I'm going to be Raymond Satanzi for the parade. And actually just me with that patch on it. So I'm excited about it. And I'll carry the slime blower.
Very cool.
But yeah, so I guess I'm not really stressed about it.
It's called a slime bazooka. Don't you know?
It's called a cream blaster.
Oh, boy.
Ask our neighbor.
Jake, what, you got some stress?
I mean, my stress was mainly about the panel, but I'll save that since we're going to get there. But I have been stressing out about the fact that like DragonCon has barely been in my sights at all. And I think I have FanFest to blame for that. But even after coming back from FanFest, it just hasn't, like, I got the little booklet in the mail. I think it was yesterday or the day before. And I was like, what? Oh, okay. Oh, DragonCon's happening pretty soon, I guess. I haven't done anything costume wise. I'm stressed out that I have not had a new costume for DragonCon like in years. I've just done Ghostbusters and Quint every year. And I really like doing Ghostbusters and Quint, but I would like to work on a costume and put something new out there, but I can't ever, like, I don't want to force a costume idea. I want to just think of something and be like, oh, that would be cool. But nothing comes to me, so I just don't do that. And at one point I was like, I don't even know if I want to do Quint this year. Maybe I don't want to. I was like, I don't even know if I want to bring my Quint costume. But then I found that hat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, now that I have an accurate hat, I'm going to have to do Quint again.
I feel like worst case scenario, you just do Quint for the Ghostbusters prom, but you just put a little like bow tie on.
Yeah, man. You clean up.
You
should do it.
I do have to go buy some more. I do have to restock all my like tattoo cover up makeup because I tossed it out last year right after DragonCon because I just had gotten down to the bottom of the barrel with it, and
it's such
that
a
shit's
good
a little
costume.
expensive, but
We'll tell you what, you bring your Quint,
Yeah.
we'll bring our other Jaws costumes back, and we'll do that again.
It's fun. It's fun for sure. I just wish I had a good idea for another costume. I just don't.
I think that this neon lime green suit is probably a pretty good idea. It's also, hey, it's 40% off. So
oh shit! While I was watching Jurassic Park tonight, I was like, "There's no costumes in Jurassic Park I can do because nobody has a beard." I was like, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's
tough.
Jake,
it's tough out there.
I'm in the same boat, man. I'm not doing any new costumes this year. I am like. I feel more excited about Ghostbusters in general this year than I have over the past couple years. So I have a new Proton pack being commissioned right now because I buy, I don't build. And I used to build and now I don't build.
Bought, not built.
Yes, because I've built 2 Proton packs. It was a fun, satisfying, expensive experience. And I don't like getting all that. I'm a sensitive man. I don't like getting all that,
You're drilling and spraying.
No, well, there's nothing worse. Anybody who's ever built a proton pack, when you get the fiberglass fibers like in your skin, it sucks. Yeah. I don't want any part of that. So I do have a new proton pack coming, which I'm excited about. And thinking about maybe building like a new belt gizmo or something. Just some little project to keep me busy that makes me feel like I've got something new. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I haven't done I always have ideas for costume. I've wanted to do a episode 2 Obi-Wan forever. Mm-hmm. And I just haven't. I have no Jedi robes. I don't even have a lightsaber. I'm nothing. Stop it.
This is depressing.
This is weird.
Yeah, you guys are great. We have a really good Jaws group costume. Screw it. You always end up wearing the costume for like an hour, and then you go back. You're like, "Oh, this is itchy. I don't like the seams and
it's too hot.
The wig. And,
I want a chicken sandwich. I won't be able to enjoy it with this costume on."
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, but I am excited about the prom, and I'm excited about the new proton pack.
Yeah.
And yeah, for everybody coming to DragonCon, if you've never been to PKE Surge, make sure that you stop by the Hilton, come over to the fan table that we'll have set up, and then we've got the Mellow Mushroom lunch on Sunday. Mm-hmm. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a ton of fun. And we'll be talking about DragonCon a lot over the next couple weeks. But let's talk about this panel. Let's talk about Yes Have Some Live.
That's my first stress under DragonCon stress.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, I'm stressed because... I'm afraid I'm going to be replaced by a stranger, just like last year. So Jake has already threatened that he's going to get somebody to kick me off.
I want to hire somebody to already be sitting in the third chair when we get in there, and we'll just be like, "Oh, Abby, sorry."
There's not going to be a new
just
Abby.
For just for a joke, we'll do this whole bit.
My biggest fear is that for some reason they're going to try to add other people to our panel. And we'll be like,
no,
welcome to Yes Have Some Live with Abby, Jake, Craig, and Daryl. Hi, Daryl.
Dude.
That's not going to happen.
I have 2 things that I'm stressed out about as far as the panel. One is that, Craig, you told us maybe we shouldn't curse as much. And I don't know... I don't know how possible that. I'm sorry, but I just don't know how possible that is going to be. I will try.
We're gonna put a swear jar out.
The second thing is that I'm just super nervous that nobody's gonna show up.
Oh my god, Jake! Jake still doesn't realize people listen to the show.
Yeah, but even if people do listen to the show, do those how many of those people go to DragonCon?
Jake, it's gonna be a room full.
Nobody's going to be there. And
are you sweating out your nightmares right now? Tell me what this is like.
Yeah.
Tell me your worst fear.
I'm scared that we're going to get in there. We're going to get into the room and there's 5 people in there. And we're
going to give those 5 people the best show of all time.
And we're like, it's early. It's early. We'll just wait. More people are coming. Nobody shows up.
If you build it,
3 of those 5 people walk out at the first F-bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No,
Hi,
stop
kids.
it. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. We're going to have it's actually going to be a lot of fun. 2:00 on Friday. The American Sci-Fi Clinic? The American Sci-Fi Clinic of Roswell. No, the American Sci-Fi Classics panel room. They've been doing it for a long time. Always a great turnout. And we've got a fun discussion plan. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be talking about franchise futures. Yeah. We're going to be talking about the future of our favorite franchises. Ghostbusters, Bill and Ted, Terminator, Gremlins. Anything that we would normally talk about, we will be talking about in a live setting. We're going to do some Q&A. It's going to be stressful.
We're going to do a fun budget.
Yeah. All right, Abby and Jake each have 5.
I give that 1 fun. 0 funds. Okay. No. Hey, actually, that's a good idea. I think
No, it's a dragon budget.
Oh, okay. No.
Oh, that makes more sense.
I'm trying to have tempered expectations.
The first panel I ever went to at Dragon. Listen, the first panel, my first year at DragonCon, the first panel I ever went to was on the mating rituals of dragons.
Oh.
And are you being serious?
Yes. I was
that sounds amazing.
Yeah. And I was like,
we should do that instead.
That's what I want to do. I want Abby, Abby, what do you think a mating call of a dragon's like?
It's like that. Like
That's the thing from Star Wars.
Yeah, that's the closest thing to a dragon that I can think
That's
of.
what Obi-Wan rides in.
Dude, let me draw. Jake will get up and do it. He'll draw a diagram. You're good at that, and then I'll do the noise.
I will draw the sexual. I will show everybody this is where it comes from.
Yeah, what do you call that?
You guys know
Can we say genitalia?
I used to sit on a Godzilla panel at Dragon Con. Mm-hmm. I did it for a couple of years, and then it got put under a different track, and then it ended up getting pushed to, I think, like Monday or something like that, which is usually the day everyone leaves. And I remember I just wasn't able to even do it anymore. I don't even know if they still.
Was it a good panel though?
It was fun, yeah, and it was the same. It was like the same group of. I went to it maybe the first few years, and then I just like emailed with one of the people who run the track, and they just invited me on to the panel, and then I was on it for maybe 3 years after that, 3 or 4 years, and it was always with the same people, and I kind of got to know those people a little bit. Every now and then I'll see them at Dragon Con. I'll be like, oh, there's Thomas or whatever, like, but yeah, I always had fun doing the Godzilla panel, and it's been years since I've been to it. It would be cool to check that out again, if it's even something that still happens.
Do it. I mean, guys, there's offers. We can do other panels. There's
can we talk about
this is probably an off the air conversation we should have, but there's like a room I'm in, like on Facebook with the American Sci-Fi. Like they need panelists for all sorts of stuff.
The other day, Craig and I were on the phone, and Craig was like, "Hey, Abby, do you want to do? Would you want to like defend Batman Forever in like a courtroom panel setting for movies that people like don't like?" And I was like, "Man," I was like, "Yeah, I definitely would. I just don't know what time it is. I don't want it to conflict with anything. I'm just really honored that they asked me." And then Craig was like,
I was like, nobody asked you.
Craig was like, I saw a post on Facebook.
Like everyone out there knows that Abigail Gardner is the Batman Forever person.
Then I was like, wait, who? So I was like, who asked you like to ask me? And he was like, oh, I just saw it in a group in Facebook when I was scrolling.
All three of us.
Maybe I don't deserve to be on the panel.
All three of us walk around this earth thinking we're the most important people. Jake's like, I'm not doing that Godzilla panel again until Thomas walks up to me at Dragon Con, gets on his goddamn knees, kisses my feet, and says, Jacob, the panel has not been the same. We will move it from Monday to any time of your choosing.
We're bringing it to you.
It's just not, a Monday panel is just not good enough for me.
It's like being bumped to 2 a.m. like on your time slot if you're a TV show.
Oh, a panel on a Monday? I might as well. Never mind, not gonna do it. I'm censoring.
I'm gonna kick the doors down of the Godzilla panel halfway in, and just be like, no.
just like blowing the.
Can I tell you guys something? I don't know if I should say this actually. I can't. I'm gonna tell you guys off the air. Write down this. Sorry, listeners, but this just came to me, and I can't. There's a legal reason I can't say it on the air. Otherwise, I would totally share it. And if anybody wants to know,
are you gonna write it down?
Just no.
I'll tell you guys when we're done. When we're done, I'll write it down.
No.
Okay.
When we're done, I'll tell you guys. Sorry, we just annoyed so many listeners.
I'm annoyed.
No. But, Jake, I like the idea of you just kicking down the Godzilla panel door and being like, I'm back, motherfuckers.
Nobody knows who I am. They're just like, who is this guy?
I came here.
Wear the mask you wore in that video.
I came here to eat avocado toast and talk about Godzilla. And I'm all out of avocado toast. Oh, never mind. I just found some.
Burn them all.
Oh boy.
Well, anyways, so listen, we're going to be updating everybody on these panels and the Yes Have Some Live panel. I'm very excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. And I hope the people who decided to put the three of us in front of a live audience know what they've gotten themselves into. Mm-hmm. Because who knows what could happen. We all could get into a big fight. Abby could storm off and do her Charlie Brown walk around town.
Get lost for an hour outside in the hot sun. Like last year. Cry.
Any other Dragon Con stress before we wrap this up?
I hope they got some stuff for me to buy.
Yeah.
I want to buy some stuff.
Yeah. Me too. I want the merch to be.
Have you guys bought anything lately?
Yeah. I got a couple things.
What'd you get?
I got a Camp Nowhere 85 mug, Stranger Things, from Target. I also picked up a set of 2 Stranger Things pens.
Oh, dude, you're all in on Stranger Things.
I went all in on Stranger Things.
Great.
It's so good. Yeah, I'm using one of the pens right now. It's got 11 on it. And I also picked up, there's a new Glow comic put out by IDW based off the TV show Glow, or the Netflix show Glow, which I love. And I picked those up over the weekend from Oxford Comics, and the comic is really funny, and it's just like the show. So if you like the show, go and buy it. And yeah, those are my little purchases.
Cool. I like the idea. We should like wrap up every episode with our purchases. This is fun.
Yeah.
I'm having fun right now.
Me too.
Yeah, it's good.
I bought, let's see. Okay, here's a couple things. I bought a new DTOF. I've been reorganizing the toy shelves in the toy room. Made a couple posts on Instagram about it. I got rid of 2 of the black shelves that are kind of like your standard black.
They got picked up today.
Somebody picked them up. They're fine shelves. They're good. The regular like black bookcases are really good for displaying stuff that's like bigger and in package. But I'm trying to go to mostly like glass cases and DTOFs. So I was telling you guys before we visited Rob Bobby Aries' house, Bobby 80s on Instagram last year, I had 1 DTOF, and now I am up to 7 DTOFs. So I have as many DTOFs as Snow White has dwarves, and
DTOF fever.
I do not whistle while I work when putting them together because I still find them to be kind of a pain in the ass to put together. They're not as hard as they were, but there's always something.
At some point you're always like, hey,
Something doesn't line up.
Yeah, and you need me to come in and hold something while you do.
Well, I don't want one of the glass doors to fall on me or one of the cats. But
the thing I don't like about it is that you get fingerprints on the glass as you're setting it up, and then you got to clean it all. So
it's very annoying.
Very frustrating.
But there's some NECA figures that I'll be getting next week. I pre-ordered some stuff that is Comic-Con exclusives. Those will ship next week. I'll talk about.
I forgot about that stuff.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that when that stuff comes in. We'll talk about it. Other than that, I didn't really get any new toys or anything. I'm just kind of trying to. What?
You didn't get anything in the mail?
No.
No.
Oh, no, wait. I've gotten a lot of stuff in the mail. Okay. I got a Black Series Chopper from Star Wars Rebels. I got the new Black Series Obi-Wan that just came out. And I got some Star Wars Black Series figures that I had ordered off eBay that were lost in the mail, and they finally came. Was it anything else?
No.
Was that it?
That was it. I didn't know if you were going to announce those.
No, it's just some Star Wars stuff. Just some. I got to keep up with my Black Series collection, and I'm pretty caught up. I've got a lot.
How many figures is that? Do you know?
Total in the collection?
Far? Yeah, in Black Series.
Let me turn around and do a quick.
A quick.
I mean, it's got to be like 80 or something.
Oh, it's more than that.
Right?
There's probably.
Is it?
How many per
I probably have 130, 125 figures so far.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. But my next wants are the NECA Karate Kid figures, and I haven't found those in stores yet, but I'll keep my eye open.
I want those as well.
And NECA just put up pictures of their Jake. You're gonna get so mad.
I already know what you're about to say.
NECA's display is up for tomorrow for their new Ninja Turtles, and they just unveiled their animated series Casey Jones and April O'Neil figures, and I literally want to run my head through a goddamn wall. I'm so excited about that. Like, I literally might take a DTOF and break it.
No, go ahead.
What about it?
They also unveiled. You know how they came out with the video game Ninja Turtle figures?
Oh shit! I saw
They're
those.
coming out with the second video game with
Turtles in Time.
Yes, they look great.
Yes.
That's
Fuck
cool.
everybody! I love toys. And
NECA's also putting out a life-size Chucky doll.
What?
Yeah, they posted it
From the new movie?
No, from a Bride of Chucky. They're putting out a Chucky and a Tiffany.
Oh, did you see all the pictures of them sitting on the plane?
What?
I didn't see those. I saw some.
I actually knew this. If you go to NECA's Instagram stories, they have the life-size Tiffany and Chucky
Oh my god!
on a private plane sitting in first class.
Oh my god! and doing other. Oh my god!
That
great.
is amazing.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, that's better than that Cookie Monster. I'll tell you that. Hasbro.
Dude.
Were you talking about that?
Hasbro Labs? Holy shit. So they're following up the barge with Cookie Monster. But they also announced a Transformer yesterday. Did you see that, Jake?
Yeah, the like really big Transformer that's
I think
coming
it's from
out.
the Transformers movie from like '84. It's called Unicron. I guess it's like a holy grail thing that they never thought they would make, and they're crowdfunding it. I'm not a Transformers fan.
Unicron?
Yeah, it's like unicorn.
That's
but
I
it's a
like it.
cron.
It's a one and only.
But I told Abby and Jake, I'm going to tell you the same thing, and this is going to be my final thought tonight. I'm going to tell the listeners. If the following words ever come out of my mouth, you have permission to come to my home and remove every toy from my collection and take it for yourself. If I ever come to anybody and say, I'm thinking about starting to collect Transformers,
It's done.
It's over.
because there's a lot of reasons. Number one, I don't even like Transformers. I never collected them. I don't know how to put them together or take them apart. I find them very intimidating, and it's just not a road I ever need to go down. So that's my one. Like, there's a lot of toy lines I don't collect that I could see myself getting into at some point. Transformers is not one of them.
No, I don't like change, first of all, so I don't want anything changing on me when it comes to toys. But yeah, I was never into Transformers either. And I will not let you collect them.
Jake, is there a toy line
it's
you'll
not
never
gonna
collect?
Yeah, Transformers.
Oh, okay. So we're all on the same page.
Not a
Having
fan.
said that, I do really enjoy my
G.I. Joe.
my Transformers Ectotron I'm looking at right now. But that's different. If it's got a Ghostbusters logo, I'll buy it. All right. Anything else?
That's true.
Are we done with this episode?
I mean, do I get to say what I bought?
Have you not?
shit.
Are we just skipping me? Or
Oh my God.
Dick move.
Jake, unfortunately, we're out of time.
Sorry,
talk to
Jake.
you guys later.
Show's over.
Yes, Jake.
Sorry, folks.
Jake, I know you barged today.
I bought a lot of stuff actually because I while I was down in Tampa, Florida at SharkCon, I also went to a comic book store. I went to a flea market. I bought the new NECA Godzilla figure that is it's a repaint of their like original 54 figure, but it's made to look like the American poster. It's like super bright colors, and it comes with a backdrop of the poster so you can display it as such. I bought, holy crap, I found like some Ninja Turtle stuff, some old Ninja Turtle books. I found a Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles book, which I guess is from the UK because they couldn't say ninja, I guess. Some like random Ultraman toys, one in which he is playing soccer. I don't know why, but I was like, this is cool. I'm going to buy this.
He's probably good at it.
I got like G-Fest was this past weekend, which is the Godzilla convention they have every year in Chicago. I've never been. I've always wanted to go. But I think like maybe part of me was just buying a bunch of Godzilla shit. So like bought all these Ultraman toys. I bought this new steel book of Mothra that just came out. I got the Godzilla art book from the new film. I got the Godzilla graphic novel. I bought so much Godzilla stuff. But I did do a little barging today. So the three of us all collect prints. It's one of the big things. And one of my favorite artists is Jason Edmondson. He does the Eyes Without a Face series where he does like a life-size, painting of just the eyes of a character. And I have a few of them. I have the Jaws ones. But anyway, he painted the Tyrannosaur from Jurassic Park, and as part of his Comic-Con, exclusives, he has put print. It's a timed edition. Today through Sunday, you can buy his T-Rex Eyes Without a Face. They're life size, so it's something like, I don't have the dimensions in front of me, but it's something like 2 feet by, I think, 48 inches across or something. It's going to be awful to get framed, but it's going to look amazing. And I also pre-ordered Chronicle Collectibles Jurassic Park Cryo can today.
Ooh, what'd you get, a little payment plan?
I've been waiting on that thing for what's funny is I had been thinking about it recently because they teased that a long time ago. Like that thing was teased a very long time ago, and I had kind of been wondering when it was going to come out. And a few times over the last week or so, I have been like, I should text Robert and see if I can get some inside information on when this cryo can's getting posted. And then it just like surprise got dropped today. And I bought it because it's amazing and it's very affordable. It's much cheaper than I thought it was going to be. I passed up on the whenever they put up the goggles, the night vision goggles. I was like, they kind of, I think they might have announced the cryo can around the same time, and I did not buy the goggles because I wanted to wait and get the can.
I feel like the cryo can. Did you get a payment plan, by the way? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I almost didn't. Like the cryo can is only $200, which I think is very affordable, but it's not being released until I think it said the third quarter of 2020. Okay. So I was like, if it's not shipping for that long, there's no need to pay it off. Like, might as well get on a fucking payment plan.
You're gonna have seen the new Ghostbusters movie multiple times and possibly own it on Blu-ray before you get that cryo can.
You're right.
I think that for what it's worth, I think the cryo can from Jurassic Park, you can make an argument that it's one of the most iconic movie props of all time.
Yeah, I was obsessed with it as a kid. It was the one thing that I was just, oh my God, to open it and have it pop out with those little pistons and all that shit.
Yeah, to me, it is the best prop from the movie. Like, if you're not talking about dinosaur wise, like, to me, that is the prop from Jurassic Park that you want to own. So,
did you see the Mosasaur statue?
I did. It looks
very
great.
Cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Dude, I feel like it's offensive to the SharkCon community that he's eating that great white.
Oh.
It is. And we're going to rally against it. We're going to sign a petition.
It's like he's putting them down, yeah.
Well, cool. So, Jake, man, you got some good stuff. We all got good stuff. And I'm absolutely in love with the Yes Have Some audience and with my co-hosts and with my cats. I'm just in a good mood.
It's a lot of love.
I'm loving everybody.
Yeah, me too.
Sometimes I hate things, but this week I love things.
I know. Last week I was very hateful. I was recovering. Now a lot of love. Nothing but love.
Well, listen, we want everybody to check Yes Have Some podcast out on social media. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter at YHS Podcast. And of course, we're on Facebook as well. We also have a website, yhspodcast.com. And Abigail,
I knew it was coming.
She's going to tell you right now.
Here it is.
How to get to our official Facebook group, which is called
Group Therapy. Yes, Have Some Group Therapy. All you have to do is get on Facebook, search for Yes Have Some Podcast, find our page, scroll down, and you will see Yes Have Some Group Therapy pop up as an option. Ask to join. There's so many members at this point. We want you to become one of them. It's a great place. It's a safe place to go. And don't post your age app pictures of your face, because I'm sick of seeing those. But if you want to go and post like quality content.
Same.
Yeah, we're all sick of it. Sorry. If you want to get into our group, then just join and we will approve you. Either Jake, Craig, or I will. And yeah, it's a great space to talk about the things that you're buying and want to buy and how you don't have enough money to buy them. And we will commiserate with you and we'll talk about movies, but we won't spoil them or post pictures from the leaked photos. So it's a good space. And
it's a good space. It's a safe space. Alrighty, well
I'm done.
That'll do it?
Yeah.
Well, that's episode 159 of Yes Have Some Podcast in the books. We will see everybody next week. We will be talking Comic-Con, maybe getting started with the Q&A. I have a feeling the Q&A is going to end up being pushed back a week because there's going to be a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So,
and we can accumulate more questions that way.
And I'm also going to try to figure out how I can get to this Clerks 3 script reading because I don't think I'm going to go and I really want to.
Where, New Jersey?
It's in New Jersey. One time only.
It's like, what, 9 hours?
$80 people only, $100 ticket. The Clerks 3 for charity. They're doing a script reading with the whole cast.
Is it like what they would have made? Is it like not happening at all now?
It's not happening.
It's just like it's the script that they would have made.
Yep, Kevin Smith and everybody's going to be there.
Well, if you're doing that, I'm going to be trying to stalk and find Harley Quinn Smith because she's in Atlanta right now filming a movie.
Yeah, she was at Trader Joe's all day today.
What?
At least according to her Instagram.
Well, I need to go to Trader Joe's now. So
one of 20 of them.
Yeah, I know. I was like, which one?
All right, everybody. We'll see you next week. If you're going to Comic-Con, have a good time. If you're not, stay tuned to Yes Have Some Group Therapy for all of the discussion. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.